Okay, so today I wanted to talk about how to be better as Young Link. And I mean using the B button better, right? Using Boomerang, arrows, and bombs better. And let's start with arrow. So I think probably the most broken neutral option for Young Link is Dashback arrow. You give up some space and you arrow their landing, so they're trying to do something, and you just Dashback arrow. It'll catch people landing, it'll catch people running towards you, it'll catch people attacking and whiffing their attacks. And it's not too hard to do, especially if you buffer it during the dash. One optimization you could do is to do a B reverse instead of a turnaround. And that'll give you a couple frames extra. So I'm running. Let's say I do it perfectly, okay? So I turn around 1 frame and I can't press B yet because I don't want to input Boomerang, I want to input arrow. So I turn around and the next frame I let go and then I press B. So that's frame 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 you get that spark. Now instead what you can do is you can use the fact that turnaround arrow and B reverse have the same number of frames. So doing a B reverse doesn't make the B move longer, right? It's the same number of startup frames. But turning around normally takes up some frames. So you will at least save all those frames. And if you're running, so I press B first, 1, and then I turn around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14, so I save at least 4 frames. But that's if you do the turnaround perfectly, because when you do a turnaround, you have to let go and then press B. So you're probably not going to do it in 1 frame. You're going to do it in like 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're gaining at least 4, probably more, around 8, 10 frames by doing B turnaround instead of turnaround B. I think sometimes you might want to turn around and then press B. If you do the turnaround, you get a little bit of slide, so you can use that slide to gain a little bit more space. But still, the B reverse is much faster, so you want to practice that for sure. And yeah, while I'm at it with Dashback, I think it's a little bit difficult to show in training mode, but since you're using Dashback arrow so much in neutral, you want to consider what this is conditioning, right? Your opponent is like moving forward and you respond with Dashback arrow a lot, or he's jumping forward and you respond with Dashback arrow a lot. And usually what that'll condition is one of 2 things. Either they move slowly and like shield, or they'll double jump, or just run a little bit and then overshoot their jump, right? So of course you can intercept their overshooting. You just like nair them, or you jump fair them, or you just don't dash back. But you can also, you do the dash back and you bait the overshooting and then you turn around down tilt. Can be really good. Because they're thinking you're gonna be around here. So if you stop in your tracks and just down tilt right away, it'll catch their grounded movement. And the other thing you can do is just dash back shield. You press forward and then you hold the forward on your analog stick because your shield comes out a little bit faster. And you just shield. It feels kind of stupid and it doesn't make too much sense, but when you think about it, it's really good. Like when the moves they'll use to catch you overshooting, something like, I don't know, Cloud dash attack, he has really good grounded speed and he can catch you trying to run away and arrow. But if you just run and shield, you can really hard punish his dash attack because it's super laggy. You get like a free up smash, or like GSA at least, right? So think about how your opponent is responding to dashback and then punish that using down tilt, using shield, and using intercepts. You can just dash attack before they dash attack you, or just jump and catch their jump. Try to overshoot. What else with arrow? I talked about in the IRAR video. Empty IRAR into arrow. It's pretty fun. It's a really cool option to mix into neutral. I think it's super safe. It's like conditioning that you're not really approaching. It's kind of like Wavebounce Boomerang. But in some matchups, I think arrows are a little bit safer. Also, if you do it right away, you'll catch short hops. You can also do the full hop, but I don't think that's as useful. With short hop, if you let go right away, you'll catch short hops. And if you charge a little bit, you'll catch them on the ground, right? And yeah, pretty safe option. And then once they're conditioned into thinking you're always going to be retreating, you can actually just fair one them and combo them, right? So I think it's a good option that more people should experiment with. Especially in matchups where Boomerang is a little bit too slow of an option in neutral, which is quite a few of them, actually. And yeah, so to get the grounded hits, you need to charge your arrow a little bit, because if you let go right away, you're still in the air. But actually charging your arrow is pretty good and something people should get better at doing. Like, it's easy to just let it rip, and since it's so fast, it'll catch a lot of people. But once they catch on, and if they're a little bit better players, you know, they'll be ready for your uncharged arrows. And, you know, one thing you can do is, especially if they're shielding a lot, you can charge your arrows. It won't do a ton of shield damage, but it does some. And if they're trying to just quickly shield and let go, you might catch them. It makes you less predictable in how you use your projectiles, so yeah, charge your arrows just a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it for arrows. And then Boomerang, there's quite a few things I want to mention. So yeah, of course, like Wavebounce and B reverses I think are super important. But when I watch, like, when I do like VOD review or critiques of maybe newer Young Link players, I think they use, maybe they learn to do it, but they don't really know why to use each. So I think I wanted to mention, especially in neutral, why you would use Wavebounce and why you would use B-Reverse. And the main use in neutral of Wavebounce is to bait an approach. Like, you make it look like you're going to go in and do a fair one, do an air, something like that. And then you retreat with a hitbox. So, because Young Link's aerials are very safe on shield, but the problem is it's quite easy to anti-air him. So, like a Corrin, for example, sees me jumping here, only really has to either input up air or input like up tilt on reaction, right? And it's just going to stuff me out. Or just get out of the way because she has quite a bit of time because my jump is really slow and my airspeed is not that great. So Wavebounce Boomerang is like, I'm going to come in, they try to throw out a hitbox to catch you, you fade back, throw out a boomerang that probably catches their landing or catches them whiffing their move. Wavebounce is when you're baiting approaches, and B-Reverse is when you're baiting retreats, right? So maybe in neutral, you're jumping back and using Boomerang a lot. Similar to Dashback Arrow, they're going to think, okay, to catch that, I have to overshoot. So they're going to start running and throw their hitbox later. But if you pretend you're retreating and then change suddenly your momentum, you can get a reverse Boomerang. And yeah, and then you pop off. But if you're using this mindlessly, they'll just throw a hitbox where you are, and since Boomerang is a projectile, it's easy to clank with, it's easy to beat, and it's really slow startup, so they'll just hit you, right? So you have to condition it first to get the most out of those options, for sure. Yeah, in neutral, you also have like stuff around platforms. You can wave bounce like this, you can be reversed like this. Whoop. Be reverse, be reverse. Wave bounce like this. You can also like wave bounce and then end up on the platform like this. Stuff like that. There's a lot of little movement tricks you can do around platforms, and since pressuring platforms and getting off platforms for Young Link is not that easy, it's important to mix in as well. Yeah, stuff like corn up air is not really gonna save you. B reversing is not really gonna save you from moves like corn up air. But in general, it's really good to mix in, and especially around platforms. Like, people think you're gonna land on the platform. Nope, you go back down here, and you're out of trouble. So it's a really good option to mix in at disadvantage. You do have to be a little bit careful. There's also some ledge tricks. You can wall jump, B reverse arrow. You can wall jump, B reverse boomerang. If I can do it, right? You can just B reverse from ledge. You can also jump and then wave bounce, which is pretty good. It's like they think you're gonna go back to center stage or go on the platform, but nope, you fade back and go into the corner. That can get you out of trouble as well. Again, I think there's some characters that just up air and catch both options anyway, so it's not like the best in every matchup, but it's pretty good overall. I think it's a very nice option to mix in, especially since our ledge options are not very good, so you want to mix in as many as possible. Also, some characters like, I don't know, Sephiroth, he's gonna beat you with F tilt no matter what you do, right? Like, if you try to be clever and wall jump like this, the F tilt is gonna kill the arrow and then hit you. So against some characters it's not super helpful, but in general it can be quite good to mix in. You can also just, you don't have to do the B reverse mix up, you can just jump an arrow like this. I think that's also decent in and of itself, but pretty good to mix in. Some tricks to mix in to just make your disadvantage a little bit better. What else? Yeah, one thing also important to mention about B reverse is like, if you check the damage here, if I just do it normally, 10.5 damage. If I do B reverse, 8.8. So why am I getting the soft input? It's because I'm holding the analog left to jump, and then I'm pressing B and then doing the reverse. It feels like a quick input, but really since I was holding left for a while jumping and drifting, I kind of primed my boomerang for a tilt input. So you want to learn to let go of the stick and then do a B reverse. So you jump and you let go and then you do a B reverse. See now how far it's going? Well, now it's stalled, but see, now it's doing 10.5. So you want to make sure you let go of the analog stick and then do your B reverse. I talked about this in the specials video, if you want to see the inputs a little bit more carefully, but basically just jump, let go of the analog, and then do a B reverse normally. And you'll get a hard hit, which is really important for Boomerang, because hard hit Boomerang at close range is much safer than tilt hit Boomerang. Does more damage, is safer, has more combo potential. Super important to optimize that. And if you remember, the point of B reverse is usually, in neutral anyway, it's usually going to be to intercept people, try to catch you doing a retreating boomerang, right? So you're usually going to end up boomeranging in their face. And if they manage to shield in time and you do a soft rang, you won't be safe on shield. If you do a hard rang, you'll have more chance to combo and you'll be safe on shield. And that's not to say that soft rang isn't useful. Like, it covers a lot of space for a long time. So if I do like soft rang here, it's very slow, right? And so I can use that time to take space on the stage. If my opponent is far and I do soft rang here, I have some time to move in and take some space, maybe jump to intercept them, right? They can't, it basically controls the space for a little bit longer than hard rang. Hard rang goes faster and goes further, so it doesn't control the immediate space in front of you that well, since it's not there for a long time. So for controlling space, soft rang is pretty decent. And also another one that's pretty good is if someone's trying to neutral get up. Let me see if I can set it up. Someone's trying to neutral get up. See how it lingers really long time at ledge? You can get combos out of it, right? So, really good to catch people doing neutral get up. Maybe even like get up attack, though they might clank with it. But they can actually... The boomerang can actually be behind them when they get up attack and then they don't clank with it and then they get hit. I've seen that happen quite a few times. So it can be quite good for catching neutral get ups as well. And you can do instant soft toss actually, like that. But the input is quite difficult actually. It's really precise, like slight analog input. If you do it too small, you'll get... Oh, I did it correctly there. If you do it too small, you'll get arrow. If you do it just right. But even like... Yeah, see this smash ring? Even if I don't put my stick all the way, I still get smash ring. I got tilt there. So it's not too difficult to do the tilt input, but... yeah, 2 setups. Obviously, you can do a kind of bad B reverse to get a soft ring guaranteed. And another one you can do is if you crouch diagonal and then just go like right now I'm crouching diagonal right, and then I do right boomerang, I'll get a soft boomerang. And I think that's it for boomerang. Oh yeah, boomerang has 7 angles. Make sure you use them. I think that's not the... There's one really narrow. There's one really low angle, like that. And then there's a medium one. That was the high one. This is the medium one. This is the straight one. And this is the low one. So there's 3 angles up, and then 1 in the middle, the straight one, and then 3 angles down. So you can use all of them for different effects. Yeah, the slide down is really good against tall characters and controls a lot of space for a long time. Different uses. I like off stage also, like having different angles is really useful for off stage. Slide down, slide up. You can cover different recovery approaches really well. And then for catching full hops, you'll usually be using the straight up one. And for catching short hops, you can use straight down. It's pretty decent. But I think the either slide up or slide down is quite good as well. It kind of covers different spacing. So yeah, use the various boomerang angles to your advantage. There's a lot of flexibility there. Okay, let's go back to FD so I can show some bomb tricks now. So I didn't think about this too much before playing Diddy, but I think it's super important that in some scenarios, you don't just press A to throw bombs. You actually press the direction and A to get a smash toss. And actually, it's one of like the few things that can punish really long range moves. So like if I get F smash here, I can actually punish it with forward toss probably. Whereas otherwise, I wouldn't get nothing. Like even at like pretty close range, like this, I get nothing. I can't really run in an air. I can't grab. I can't grab this, right? It's too far. But you can actually punish it with bomb toss, and probably you can't punish it with soft bomb toss because it travels so slow, and they can probably see the F smash started, right? So she could have shielded. So characters like Lucina, unless she spaces perfectly like that, she will trigger the bomb with her up B, and it'll sometimes 2-frame her. It's not 100% consistent, but sometimes it works quite well. See, in this case, she was able to grab the ledge before she got hit by the bomb. It's just kind of random. Didn't work there either. kind of just react. If it works, you go for the dash attack. If it doesn't work, you know you're fine. Okay, and then the last thing I want to mention about bomb is, so I'm facing away, I pull out bomb, I throw it, and now I can Zair. Just don't snipe yourself. Don't snipe yourself with the bomb, that's pretty bad. You can like, let me see if I can do it. So that's happened sometimes, you know. Now I'm lucky I landed on stage, but it can actually stage spike you. So be careful about that, but if you throw the bomb, then it turns you around and you can Zair, which is really good. In general, it's really useful to have a bomb when you're off stage, when you're in disadvantage. If you have a bomb, then you can kind of cover yourself here and then do like this, right? So you just throw the bomb here, and then it covers them being in this general area, and they have to shield. They can't like 2-frame you or go for a ledge guard or something. So it's really good just to cover your approach back to stage. And of course, you can also do the bomb recovery tricks, right? So you can get 2 Bs with using the bomb. That's good. I think it's not that good. It's easy to, once your opponent knows about it, it's easy to just snipe you when you're in the bomb hit lag, but it's a pretty cute mix-up, and it's decent. But mainly, I think it's really good to cover yourself approaching, and if you do see that it's like, you're fine, you can just go back to the ledge and then use bomb to recover on the stage, right? So you might use the bomb to get to the ledge, and you might use bomb to get back on stage. Both uses are really important. However, it's quite easy for an opponent to come hit you once you're pulling out that bomb. Like if you're just here and you're pulling out a bomb, super risky. You might get away with it once or twice, but if they catch on to you pulling bomb at disadvantage, you will get punished. You very much will against decent players. So be careful. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about B moves. Yeah, I think the other thing is one of the main weaknesses of bomb is it has a pretty short timer. It's like 4 seconds. 3.6 to be exact. But it works to your advantage sometimes, right? Like you can do something a little bit more risky if you have a bomb in hand. And an opponent trying to punish you, maybe grab you, might get hit by the bomb and it'll save your ass. Okay, I think that's it. My throat is sore from all this talking, so I'm gonna stop talking now and actually go play the game. Scary, that bomb. Dumb. Interesting last stock. I'm like back air percent now. Back airs me, I'm dead. Nice, clean. Yeah, I love doing that. It works a lot. roll a lot. The roll off. Love those. Back air one into downfield. This poor guy. He's molding for sure.
A few moments later.
Can't help themselves, they have to nair. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty clean. When I parry, I nair too fast and try to fade back. Nice. Oh no. He's pretty sad. Oh yeah. That's evil.